Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unlock the secrets hidden in corporate filings. Today we're diving into Crown Electrokinetics' latest quarterly report, and let me tell you, it's a roller coaster. Get ready for reverse stock splits, Nasdaq delisting drama, and a whole lot of red ink. Before we get started, if you're into getting real insights from corporate documents, be sure to subscribe. And for even deeper discussions, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. First things first, let's talk about the basics. As of May 12, 2025, Crown Electrokinetics had over 1.7 million shares of common stock outstanding. Not a small amount, but it's about to get more complicated. Now, here's where things get interesting. The company had two reverse stock splits, one in June of 2024 and another in January of 2025. Basically, they took a bunch of existing shares and combined them into fewer, more valuable shares. It's like taking $1 in pennies and exchanging it for a dollar bill. And why do companies do this? Often, it's to boost their stock price to meet minimum requirements for listing on exchanges like the Nasdaq, or to appear more attractive to investors. That said, when a company does a reverse stock split, it might also mean that the companies do this often. It's to boost their stock price to meet minimum requirements for listing on exchanges like the Nasdaq, or to appear more attractive to investors. That said, when a company does a reverse stock split, it might also mean that the company is not doing so hot. Speaking of the Nasdaq, Crown Electrokinetics received a delisting determination from the Nasdaq stock market. This means Nasdaq is planning to kick Crown Electrokinetics off the exchange. Trading of their stock was suspended in early March, and they're now trading on the over-the-counter market. It gets worse as the report indicates they already appealed and lost that appeal. Ouch! Let's move to the financials, because that's what we're all here for. As of March 31, 2025, the company had almost $22.5 million in cash. That sounds like a lot, but let's dig deeper. They also had a net loss of almost $9.7 million for the 3 months ended March 31, 2025. So while they have cash, they're burning through it fast. On the top line, their revenue was about $2.80 for the Fairview with the is, up from the previous year, but still far from profitability. What is interesting is what is it costing them to sell this service or product? They're selling general and administrative expenses, SG&A, were almost $7.7 million. So what they are selling doesn't even cover SG&A. That is not a good sign. All this trickles down to a net loss per share attributable to common stockholders of almost $6. One thing I noticed is that they are starting to set aside money for potentially uncollectible bills, which is normal with businesses but indicates a potential problem. So how are they keeping the lights on with all this red ink? Well, it seems to be with issuing common stock. For that same period, they had over $21 million of issued common stock. Another interesting number is their operating lease expense. It was about $1 million. You may wonder what these expenses can be. Well, for instance, in March 2021, the company entered into a lease agreement with Hudson 11601 Wilshire LLC to lease office space located in Los Angeles, California. Also, in May 2024, some folks converted some Series A, B, and C preferred stock to common stock. If you're not familiar with stock lingo, this can signal various things that are mostly related to how the company is doing. Let's talk about fair value measurement, basically how they value assets and liabilities. They categorize these measurements into 3 levels, with level 1 being the most straightforward and level 3 involving more guesswork. Another part that is based on estimates is when they value warrants or options. They have to make a ton of estimates using models, and this involves them guessing about things like volatility, the term, and other market-related guesses. Let's talk about related parties, in this case Horizon HDD. Horizon HDD is a company that is linked to someone on Crown's team, specifically the president of their fiber optics division. This company is a related party. For the reporting period, this related party revenue cost about $1 million. What about legal troubles? From time to time, the company is also involved in various other claims and legal actions. You could face long and hard times even if you believe you'll win. They are also locked into a purchase commitment with Electroscan. Crown is committed to shelling out $3 million for licensing rights and product units, but it also seems like they prepaid for some of the units which have not yet been delivered. Scroll 3 months ended March 31, 2025.